Und damit herzlich willkommen zurück zu The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve. In der letzten Aufnahmesession haben wir Fall 4 beendet, der in einen Zweiteiler mündet jetzt mit Fall 5. Und am Ende haben wir erfahren, dass der wahre Partner von Sherlock Holmes gar nicht Dr. John H. Wilson ist, sondern ein gewisser Eugene Mikoto war. Coole Revelation. Und ja, es wirft natürlich die Frage auf, ob Eugene Mikoto auch der Vater von Iris ist, oder zumindest der Vater auf jeden Fall. Und dass Iris zumindest die Halbschwester von Susato ist. Ich denke mal, das werden wir erfahren in diesem Fall. Wir werden so einiges in diesem Fall, denke ich, erfahren. In diesem Fall, weil es ist tatsächlich der letzte von der The Great Ace Attorney Serie bis heute. Ich glaube auch nicht, ehrlich gesagt, dass wir einen dritten Teil bekommen. Aber sag niemals nie, ne? Also für jetzt ist es der letzte Fall, der allerletzte Fall aus der The Great Ace Attorney Serie. Mit dem wunderschönen, gänsehaut-erregenden Namen The Resolve of Uyonosuke Naruhodo. Die Entschlossenheit von Uyonosuke Naruhodo. Und schlaue Nasen werden jetzt schon erkannt haben, dass der zweite Fall von The Great Ace Attorney auch den Beititel Resolve hat. Also Entschlossenheit wird in diesem Fall wohl eine große, entscheidende Rolle spielen. Und ich bin sehr gespannt, beziehungsweise in diesem Teil von dem Fall. Wir haben ja schon einen Teilfall gehabt in 4. In dieser Episode, sagen wir in dieser Episode. Und ja, damals galt ganz als erstes, als wir in England angekommen sind, hat Lord Strongheart uns schon gesagt, ob wir die Resolve haben, überhaupt ein Anwalt zu sein. Und scheinbar, wenn wir die jetzt nicht schon haben, dann bekommen wir die in dieser Episode. Und ich bin sehr gespannt auf das Finale. Es steht tatsächlich Final, nicht nur Episode 5, es steht tatsächlich Final. The Resolve of Uyonosuke Naruhodo. Start playing from the safe game. Okay, also es ist das Final Chapter, das finale Kapitel, das letzte Kapitel in der Saga von Uyonosuke Naruhodo, dem Vorfahren von Phoenix Wright, auch nochmal anzumerken, ne? Okay, wir fangen an. Ich bin sehr gespannt und ja, let's go. Final Chapter. The Resolve of Uyonosuke Naruhodo. What? Ich dachte, jetzt kommt noch eine Cutscene oder so. Wie immer. Scheinbar nicht. Okay. Capcom musste sparen. Die Musik ist leicht anders. Da kriege ich ja schon Gänsehaut. 3rd November, 9:14 AM, the Old Bailey, Defendant's Antechamber. So, the time's finally come. Today, we unravel everything. I'll be counting on you to support me. I'll be counting on your support more than ever today, Mr. Sato. Oh Gott, das ist ja remixed mit dem Objection-Theme. Holy shit. Mr. Sato. Ah! Oh no! What's the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? Nothing. I was just saying that I'll be relying on your support today, but I'm so sorry. Of course, I know I can be rather incompetent at times, but I shan't let you down. Would you mind telling me to my feet then? Das Ding ist, Susato ist alles andere als inkompetent, würde ich sagen. Oh dear, I'm really very sorry. Fast sogar kompetenter als Maya, und das ist ein bold statement. Susato-san isn't her usual self at all. But that's hardly surprising, I suppose. She's just found out that her father is the partner of a world-famous detective, not to mention. Ah, good morning, sir. Ah, ist ja der Angeklagte. Lord van Zieks. Thank you for all your efforts yesterday. Well, did I hear that correctly? What? Oh, no, nothing, just... I hope we can clear things up today. I really can't make this man out. His face says I hate you, but his words are almost jovial today. In fact, he hasn't been very Reaper-like at all since this all began yesterday. Lord van Zieks isn't the Reaper, Mr. Naruhodo. Good point. Das ist nämlich Gregson, beziehungsweise Giselle Brett, beziehungsweise Asa Shin. The Reaper, I suppose, in hindsight. I shouldn't have allowed that misconception to go unchallenged. Huh? It was my tacit acceptance of the pseudonym. My failure to stop the Reaper becoming something more than a mere legend. That led to all this. But you're not to blame for that, Lord van Zieks. It's only because serious crime in the capital dropped off so sharply when the public started calling you that. That's why you didn't say anything, isn't it? To be frank, I'm not sure that was the sole reason. What do you mean? There was a rumor at the time that the Reaper was really the ghost of my late brother. That having been slain by that evil killer, Clint's restless spirit returned as some sort of demigod, to wield the deadly blade of justice where I, by dint of the law, could not. Yes, we've heard that story too. When I lost him, I felt as though I'd lost my guiding light. I didn't know where to go or what to do. Ah, okay, das Bild in seinem Büro ist Clint und nicht er. Das macht erstaunlich viel Sinn. And so, in some small way, I wonder if perhaps those rumors made me feel his absence a little less keenly. Even if I knew it was just an illusion, just some nonsense conjured up by an over-imaginative public. He was obviously extremely important to you. Ja, aber die Musik, ne, die schreit ja förmlich Finale. Das finde ich immer nice, wenn Musik in Videospielen das dann nochmal macht, obwohl es ja nur ein Remix von dem Cartoon, glaube ich, Theme ist. Aber, also, was heißt ein Remix? Eine Variation, sagen wir eine Variation. Laut Clint van Zieks. Well, what's important now is uncovering the truth. That's all that matters. I know that you didn't take anyone's life. And I intend to prove that beyond a shadow of a doubt in court today. I never thought I'd say this, but I can see it in your eyes, that burning desire to cut through all the lies and deception. I can't deny it any longer. You are a lawyer of absolute integrity. Thank you. Now tell me, why do I detect the scent of expensive tea leaves in the air? Oh, Iris, when did you get here? Oh. Ah, I brought you one of my special blends. Hurley loves it. He says it helps him to clear his head. I thank you. Oh, hehe. That's surely the first and last time I'll ever see a sight like this. True. You seem different today, Iris. Oh, sort of subdued, I suppose. Subdued? Unterdrückt? Subdued. Gedämpft, okay. I am not! What happened yesterday is obviously still playing on her mind a lot. She's clearly very troubled about having stolen that autopsy report from Dr. Seise's laboratory. Alright then, good luck to you both. I have to make a move now. Oh, you're not staying? I thought you'd want to watch today's proceedings. Well, I'd like to cheer you on, obviously. But I've got lots to get ready. Get ready? For what? Oh, yes. Would you take this? Isn't that one of the little felt dolls that's usually dangling from your knapsack? Yes, it's a lucky charm. A little hurley that I made once. A hurley? It looks more like a heraldry to me. If for some reason you completely run out of options in the trial today, then just pull the little hurley's ears. As hard as you possibly can. Or pull his ears. That's right, it's a way to bring good luck. I think you might need it. Iris' lucky charm has been entered into the court record. A little doll of Mr. Sholmes in hair form. In Herr, was heißt Herr? Heißt Herr Hase einfach? Herr Hase, yeah, okay. I've been told to tug its ears if I run out of options in the trial today. Yeah, you think what we need is luck? I just sneaked a peek inside the courtroom, and it seemed very different to normal. Yes, it would seem that a certain someone has decided to pull out all the stops. What does it mean? What about Mr. Sholmes, Iris? I don't know. He was out all night and he hadn't come home by the time I left this morning. Oh, I see. Was Professor Mikotoba out all night too, do you think, Mrs. Sato? Yes, it would seem so. I telegrammed the hotel this morning. And apparently they didn't come back to the rooms last night at all. They? Father and Judge Shigoku, I mean. Okay, also irgendwas haben die dann ja untersucht. Judge Shigoku too. That's right, nobody appears to have seen either of them since yesterday. Counsel for the defense and the defendant. Court is about to be in session. Please make your way inside the courtroom at once. Good luck, Sanuno. Good luck, Susie. Yes, thanks, Iris. And you, Mr. Reaper. I hope it goes well. Once again, I thank you for the delicious tea. It was very soothing. Oh, I am so glad. We must go inside now, Lord Van Zieks. Lord Van Zieks has always been the formidable prosecutor I've had to lock horns with in court. But not today. Today I battle with another in pursuit of the truth. My best friend, Kazuma Asogi, who I trust more than anyone else in the world. Das stimmt ja auch, der ist ja auch jetzt der Staatsanwalt. Und ich habe eine Befürchtung. Ich habe eine Theorie, die ich mir noch letzte Nacht noch meinen Gedanken gekreuzt hat. Denn bei Ace Attorney, wenn man so gucken, ne? In dem ersten Teil, in Ace Attorney, also in Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, in dem Fall von Edgeworth, war ja der Staatsanwalt auch jemand anderes, nämlich Manfred von Kama. Manfred von Kama, Staatsanwalt, und in diesem Fall war auch der Täter. In diesem Fall war er auch der Täter, zumindest was DL6 anbelangt. Und in Justice for All kam dann Franziska von Kama zurück, die nicht keinen Dreck am Stecken hatte, die nicht den Fußstapfen ihres Vaters gefolgt ist. Aber in Trials and Tribulations wiederum hatten wir Godot als Staatsanwalt, der am Ende dann ja auch ein Täter war. Das heißt, macht Ace Attorney hier jetzt wieder den Ace Attorney und bringt den Twist, dass Kazuma Asogi vielleicht Gregson umgebracht hat? Wenn ja, wäre es derselbe Twist. Aber es wäre trotzdem irgendwie mega krass. Ich glaub's auch noch nicht, weil ich noch nicht sehe warum. Aber ich dachte mir, okay, wenn man das Muster von Ace Attorney kennt, wird das zu einer validen Option tatsächlich. Ich habe Befürchtungen tatsächlich. Ich habe Befürchtungen, Aber diese Befürchtungen können natürlich sich als komplett falsch herausstellen. Für jetzt ist er erstmal unser bester Freund, der auch die Wahrheit finden will und dem wir am meisten in der Welt vertrauen. Now I understand what it was that drew me here to Britain all those months ago. Now I know exactly what destiny had in store for me. It's all been leading up to this one day, to this one trial, to this one final reckoning. "3rd November, 9:30 AM, the Old Bailey courtroom. It feels even more oppressive here than it did yesterday. These are cold stares piercing me like knives from all sides today. Ah! Mr. Naruhodo, look! Nein! Nein! Lord Strongheart? Eyes off! Okay, damit habe ich nicht gerechnet. Kazuma must have known beforehand. The ramifications of this trial now extend far beyond the murder of one Scotland Yard inspector. In fact, events have come to light that threaten to rock the very foundations of our country's legal system. The escape of a condemned criminal on the night of his execution, the subsequent unlawful shooting of the man, and the revelation that prison staff must have been complicit in the jailbreak. Britain is currently hosting influential members of the judiciary from countries all around the world. It is imperative that we uncover the truth of these proceedings to avoid international embarrassment. By royal decree, this will continue to be a closed trial. Junge, Lord Strongheart, Lord Guten Morgen Strongheart. And one over which I, Mel Strongheart, exercise total and unequivocal authority. The six jurors' flames just... As was the case in yesterday's proceedings, those here present in the public gallery are distinguished members of our judiciary, assembled to bear witness to a fair judicial process. In other words, a collection of your acolytes, Lord Strongheart. On a personal note, I find this most distressing, Lord Van Zieks. You are a prosecutor of exceptional talent. Much like your brother Clint, in fact. Alles klar. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. For the trial of Baroque Van Zieks, who officially stands accused of murder. Junge, wie bedrohlich das einfach aussieht. Counsels for the prosecution and defense. Are you in full readiness to proceed? The defense is ready, my lord. As is the prosecution. Yesterday's proceedings brought to light a shocking and disturbing fact. There was a side to the victim, Inspector Tobias Gregson, that was unknown to his superiors at Scotland Yard. Yes, he was carrying out operations in secret, which Scotland Yard knew nothing about. And in those clandestine operations, he had an accomplice, Mr. Daily Vigil, who would be given the inspector's identification and present himself around the capital in order to establish credible alibis for Gregson. In that way, Gregson appeared to be carrying out his regular Scotland Yard work when in fact he wasn't. At the end of yesterday's session, Mr. Vigil, who had been suffering from amnesia, regained his memory. It would appear he buried his memories of the time deep inside himself as a means of self-preservation. Because whilst he was engaged as chief warder at Barclay Prison, he abetted the convict's escape. Mr. Vigil is currently recuperating at St. Sinners, aber hat ja selber gesagt, hatte damit nichts zu tun. He's recovered enough to give a signed statement about his movements on the day prior to the incident. He's formally admitted to posing as Gregson while investigating the red-tailed leak. Which brings us to the crucial issue of the victim's time of death. The defense yesterday proposed a suggestion that the victim may have been killed 1 day earlier. This was based largely on the discovery that the victim's pocket watch had not been ruined. The prosecution has something to report on the subject, my lord. Really? Go ahead, Prosecutor Azogi. I met once again with the coroner yesterday to discuss the issue. She confirmed the defense's suggestion could not be ruled out. Ja, weil sie gesagt hat, dass der Körper vereist worden sein könnte. It's entirely possible that Inspector Gregson was killed on 31st October, the day before his body was discovered. I have here an autopsy report that includes the amended details. An updated autopsy report. But the official opinion of the investigation team was made clear yesterday. The time of death was 5 PM on 1st November. There are indications of an attempt to disguise the real time of death, however. It seems that the natural decaying process of the victim's body may have been slowed by keeping it chilled. That's out of the question. There are no refrigeration devices in that part of London large enough to accommodate a human corpse. My lord, this is more than just conjecture. There's evidence to support the idea. We must investigate it thoroughly. Very well. The court will accept the new report as evidence. However, if this updated report is deemed to be accurate, it would give renewed significance to the movements of the victim on the day before the Fresno Street incident. It would, yes, especially since on that day, Inspector Gregson was using Mr. Vigil to cover up his real movements. It's conceivable that he was killed in the course of his secret activities. Do I sense that the prosecution has some information regarding those activities? Scotland Yard put an enormous effort into investigating that precise matter yesterday. I think we should begin by presenting the results of the investigation work. So the prosecution calls its first witness now. Okay, Gina. State your name and occupation for the court. Inspector Gina Lestrade, reporter. Representative of Scotland Yard. A self-conferred rank, but never mind. Gina, again? What's your problem, Otto? What's with that Gina, again? Look, eh? Ah! The boss meant a word to me. He done more for me than anyone else ever did. Oh, Inspector Gregson, you mean? He got me out the backstrom on the East End and took me under his wing. Taught me that life can have a purpose. So that's why I'm the best person to be standing here, speaking for him. Oh, Gina. White, all out of the goodness of Gregson's heart. Not at all that he has his arm twisted by Mr. Sholmes. No. What's relevant to these proceedings is that the outcome of Scotland Yard investigations yesterday has revealed that the victim was carrying out some assignment the police knew nothing about. Very troubling. That face. Lord Strongheart knew. So, Inspector Lestrade, let's hear exactly what it says in that report. Coming right up, sir. Okay. Witness testimony. The victim's movements. All yard detectives are supposed to follow orders and investigate what they are told. But a little search of the boss' office turned up a notebook that had a load of secret meetings in it. According to that, the boss was looking into some smuggled good dealings that day. It looks like it was a big job and all, but the coppers weren't onto it yet. Also Schmuggel. Okay. Geschmuggelte Waren. What matters most is, there's witnesses that saw the Reaper at the place too. Smuggled goods. I don't know, do I? I'm just telling you what was written in the book. Tobacco, tea, spices, medicines, goods of all sorts flow into London by illegal channels from across the globe. It's well known that they are disposed of regular black markets, that they are disposed of at regular black markets that take place in the capital. But the police are rarely able to locate them in time. So Inspector Gregson was investigating one of those black markets. It's been suggested that high-ranking government officials may be involved in black market activity. No doubt Gregson was trying to avoid details of his investigations being leaked to the involved parties. Okay. They will explain why he was operating on his own authority, without the Yard's knowledge. And do we know where the dealings were taking place this time? In a particular room of a certain exclusive London gentleman's club. And on the day in question, the accused is known to have been there. That's the conclusion of Scotland Yard's investigation into the matter. That can't be! We haven't heard anything about any of this. Members of the club have testified to it. There's no question. The accused, Baroque van Zieks, was present. That would be very significant testimony then. Oh my, but... Lord van Zieks has made no mention of this. At all. In short, Lord van Zieks had ample opportunity to murder the victim. Very well then. Counsel for the defense. Begin your cross-examination. Okay. Cross-examination. The victim's movement. Also was war das? Irgendein Schmugglertreff. Und da war Van Zieks auch. Explain what was operated of the investigations. It's been suggested that high-ranking government officials may be involved in black market activity. Okay. Und er war dann quasi da am Untersuchen in einem speziellen Raum von einem bestimmten exklusiven London Gentleman Club. Und Baroque war auch da. Aber was für ein Gentleman Club ist, es wirkt irgendwie sehr mysteriös bis jetzt, aber gut. Lass uns jetzt erstmal die Aussage von Gina hören.